it's working. Hi ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd record this video for the specific reason that I'd like to talk about best and worst inventions or ideas that people have come up with. Real ones that have been made and ones that haven't yet. But mainly real ones that have, especially the stupid ones. Like the first stupid invention I have to think of is sugar-free sweets. The whole point of a sweet is it's sweet, and it's sweet because it's got sugar in it, or some form of sugar like glucose or syrup. So having a sugar-free sweet is just fucking stupid. I mean, you can imagine them sitting around the table going, we need to make more people want to eat our sweets but without rotting people's teeth. I know, we'll stop putting sugar in them. No, I mean, who comes up with that idea? Next one, because I'm not going to talk too much about each one because it's going to really annoy me. Next one, alcohol-free beer. Yes, because when you go out and you want a bottle or a can of beer, you're going to want to drink it beer without it getting you pissed. The whole point of beer is you drink enough of it and you get pissed. So having a beer that doesn't get you pissed is just a bit weird. It's like alcohol-free whiskey. Can you imagine alcohol-free whiskey? It'd be fucking stupid. If they ever make alcohol-free whiskey, I'm just gonna shoot the person that invents it, because it really is a dumb idea. And completely the opposite, alcoholic ginger beer. The whole point of ginger beer is it's non-alcoholic. It's ginger beer. It's not beer at all. It's pop. So alcoholic ginger beer, or ginger beer with alcohol in it, is fucking stupid. That's like lemon-free lemonade. If they ever manage to make lemon-free lemonade, it's gonna be weird. You know, like dandelion and burdock without the dandelion in it. Well, then you're just drinking burdock, aren't you? Stupid invention. And I have to say, the most stupid invention I've ever heard of is these little things. No, not matches. Matches are a great invention. I mean these things. Safety matches. You can imagine them sat round the table going, people keep burning themselves with our matches. What can we do to make these matches safe? And the other guys will go, you want to make matches safe, but you rub it against something and it bursts into flames which can burn you, but you want to make them safe. Yes. Okay, well, we'll come up with the idea where the only thing you can strike against is the side of the box, and we'll call them safety matches. Because other matches, as you know, are strike anywhere matches, where you could just roll the fucker along your wall and it will light, which means if you've lost the box or the strike panel has become unusable, you can still strike the match anywhere you want. With safety matches, you can only strike them on the side of the box, and if that goes knackered, you cannot use the matches anymore until you buy another box. And who's going to buy another box of matches just so they can use their existing matches? Nobody. This is the most stupid invention in the fucking world. Ever. Safety matches. What's next? Safety lighters. Lighters that have a child lock on them. So that to be able to light your fag, you'd have to type a pin code in to get the lighter to work. I mean, you might as well, you know. I mean, what possible argument could you present to make matches safer? And how can you make matches which burst into flames safe? That's like making cars so that they can only drive at 10 miles an hour. But they're already doing that, aren't they? They're making these speed limiter things so that when you roll past a speed limit sign that says go at 30, it will automatically slow your car down. Which is great if you're travelling at 100 miles an hour, because when your car suddenly jerks down to 30, you're going to get whiplash. So there's going to be a lot of people making compensation claims because they've got whiplash. But then again, they shouldn't be driving so fast in the first place. So I guess it balances itself out. However, if you don't want us to drive fast, why allow the cars to drive fast when you make them? The speed limit in this country is 30 miles an hour or 60 miles an hour on motorways. So why are cars able to travel at 120 miles an hour or more? I mean, yes, the speed limits in other places are different, but none of them, there's no speed limit anywhere that says go at 120 miles an hour. Not that I've seen. So, yeah. Oh no, another stupid fucking invention. Which is nearly parallel with safety matches. Recommended speed limit signs. It says, we recommend you travel at 30 miles an hour, but you can travel at whatever speed you like. And you'll never get arrested for speeding. I guess there's probably a limit somewhere, you know, travel at 100 miles an hour through a residential area. But recommended speed limits. The whole point of a speed limit is it limits your speed. It tells you to slow down. It tells you to slow down. It says, oi, slow down, basically. That's like a recommended speed limit. It's like walking up to the person and going, oh, would you mind kindly going a little bit slower? I mean, you don't have to, but, you know, if you would, it'd be great. It really would, yes. That's not going to work, is it? Recommended speed limits and safety matches, the two stupidest inventions ever made. Oh, and number 3, flavoured condoms. What the fuck are flavoured condoms for? I mean, I know what flavoured condoms are for, but why? I mean, everyone says flavoured condoms are for when your girlfriend's giving you a blowjob. If your girlfriend's giving you a blowjob, you don't wear a fucking condom for a start. I mean, if you're wearing a condom just to have a blowjob, I think you're taking it a bit overboard. Unless your girlfriend's one of these thick cunts that thinks she can get pregnant by swallowing cum. And before you say it, yes, I've known girls like that. And I've quite nicely said to them, you can't get pregnant that way. You thick shit. But yes, so those are the worst inventions I've ever heard. All those ones, all stupid inventions. So good inventions. There's been lots of good inventions in the world. Biscuits are a good invention. Crisps are a good invention. But as proper inventions, you know, headphones with a microphone attached is a brilliant idea. Stops you needing a desktop mic and a headset. Sunglasses. Whoever invented sunglasses, brilliant idea. Adjustable spanners is one of the best ideas I've ever seen. Why buy all different sizes of spanner when you can just buy one that you can adjust to all the different sizes? Why have a massive toolkit when you've just got like 2 tools that will do virtually all the jobs you want them for? Precision screwdriver sets, that's a fucking good invention. USB memory sticks, brilliant invention. Laptops, good invention. iPad, not so good. Railguns. Railguns are a good invention. They're also a good theory. They haven't quite been invented yet. Well, they have, but not the railguns that we all know and love. You know, the portable, carry it like a gun thing, and they go bzzz. You know, that hasn't quite been perfected yet, but people are making railguns. Along the same line, coil guns, Tesla coils, you know, that sort of thing. Lightning generators, weather control device. Guns in general, not the best invention in the world. Let's just design another way to kill people. Maybe not a good idea. If they invented it to kill animals more efficiently, then yeah. But you know, creating weapons purely just so it kills people better is just a bit weird. You know, like the nuclear bomb. Let's create a weapon that will blow up an entire city and cause everyone to die within a certain radius. Yes, because that's what we need in this world. Bunch of nuclear weapons. Terrorism. Worst invention in the world. Makes you wonder who was the very first terrorist. And were terrorists always the bad guys? I mean, rebels are sort of terrorists, but they're not always the bad guys. Sometimes rebels are the good guys, and it's the people they're fighting against who are the bad guys, like the French resistance against the Germans. Anyone who ever fought against Rome, who wanted to conquer the entire world, and anyone who fought against them were considered bad by Romans. So yeah, but most of them were good. It was the Romans that were bad. Vigilantes are good, but they take the law into their own hands, which is bad. The vigilantes are good guys who do bad things to do good. Rebels are good guys who do bad things to do good. Terrorists are guys that do bad things for what they believe is good. So to them, they're doing bad things to do good. So yes, whether you're a rebel, a terrorist, or a vigilante, you're still essentially the same thing. Drugs. Drugs are a good invention. This is paracetamol. This sort of drug, good invention. Paracetamols, aspirins, you know, anything that helps alleviate suffering. Whether it be a mild headache, to morphine to get rid of the pain of a gunshot wound or something, you know. And again, if we didn't have guns, we wouldn't have gunshot wounds. But that's besides the point. Yeah, like medical drugs are, you know, a good invention. I would say marijuana is a good invention, but marijuana wasn't invented. Someone just realised you could smoke it. Say with tobacco, no one invented tobacco. They just sort of realised that they could do this to it, and that allows you to smoke it. Obviously, clothes are a good invention. Stops you being naked. Stops you getting fucking cold. Aftershave, good invention. Electric shavers, brilliant invention. You know, none of this scraping a big piece of metal down your face. you know, in the shape of a razor. Yeah, none of that bollocks. You just get the electric thing out and just bzzz. Same with electric hair cutters. You know, forget the whole use scissors, even though that's a good invention. You just sort of bzzz, done. Other good inventions. Game systems. Game systems are great inventions. What about other theoretical inventions? Flying tanks are a good invention. And anyone who's played Command and Conquer games will know what I mean by flying tanks. And along the same lines, the Orca aircraft is a good invention. And we're sort of getting that way now, because we have the Ospreys, which are, I think they call them rotor aircraft. They're propellers that look like giant helicopter propellers, you know, and then you can tilt them forward once you get high enough, so it just flies forward. The Orca is virtually the same thing, just slightly different. So yeah, we're getting that way now. We're gonna have Orcas pretty soon if we put enough funding into it. I think the American government or the English government or someone, anyone really, as long as they've got the money, should give some money to a little group of people in America somewhere called Power Labs, who are actually developing a railgun, which I mentioned earlier, railguns. They haven't quite got a handheld weapon yet, but they are working on off their own funds, which they obviously, you obviously have quite a lot of funds yourself. However, if the government gets involved with funding, they want to take over the entire experiment, and when it becomes powerful enough, they just shut you down and steal all your research, which is true. I mean, no one can tell me that that's a lie, because it's not. And everyone knows that the minute anything becomes too powerful, the government takes over. I mean, any idiot can tell you that. The government are a stupid invention. Democracy. Democracy itself is a good invention. But the government controlling it is a bad thing, because the whole point of democracy is it is the majority of the people who cause things to happen or not to happen or whatever, whereas if the government's just going to say no, well, we're going to do it this way anyway, well, there's no point in being a democracy. So democracy is a good invention, and it's a good idea, but government control and governments in general are not. And of course, the latest stupid idea that the English government has had is the whole we're going to watch all your communications idea. I mean, the only person that needs to know about my communications, apart from the people I'm communicating with, is me. If I send a message to someone, the only people that need to know about that message is me and them. Not the government. Not the entire fucking country. Not the entire world. Not space aliens in a different planet somewhere, in a distant part of the galaxy, or across the universe. No, just me and the person I've texted. That's it. Nobody else needs to know. So, if the government does go ahead with this whole let's hack everyone thing and watch all your communications, a lot of people are going to be pissed off about it, and that's a stupid idea as well. You never piss off the people. Whoever invented beds, that's a good idea. Whoever came up with the idea of how to track the progress of time, that was a pretty good idea. The creator of watches and clocks. Makes you wonder what we used to do before watches and clocks. I mean, I guess we used the sun and like marked out shadows, probably, you know, sundials and that sort of thing. But before we even had the intelligence to do that, what were we doing to keep track of time? How do we know when it was summer and when it was winter? And when they invented a way of tracking summer and winter and the seasons, how did they know that summer starts when it starts and winter starts when it starts? You know, and whatever. Did they just randomly guess? I mean, who created the month system? Who decided there would be 24 hours in each day? And 365 and a quarter days in a year. Everyone always forgets the quarter. And people are going to go, there's no quarter in each year. Yes, there is. Because that's why every 4 years you have an extra day in Africa. So yeah, a year is exactly 365 and a quarter days long. I mean, who worked out that it was 365 and not like 212? That'd be a short year. But then it wouldn't be a short year because we wouldn't know that it was any different. Who was the first person who worked out we could drink coffee? Who was the first person to eat an oyster? Who was the first person to eat a sandwich? Well, that was an easy one. That was the Earl of Sandwich. And he had some roasted beef between 2 pieces of toasted bread. So the first sandwich was in fact a toasted one. And that guy was English. So yeah, when people say, oh, what did the English invent? We invented sandwiches. Fuck off. We invented a lot of other things, but, you know, we invented sandwiches. We invented sandwiches. We invented Dracula. We didn't invent vampires, but we invented Dracula. We also invented cough sweets, but that's besides the point. That's going to cause a bit of confusion. Is that cough sweets? Yeah, cough sweets. Jakeman's cough sweets. Made in England. Originally made in England. They've always been made in England. What else is a good or a bad invention? Electricity is a good invention, I guess. Otherwise I wouldn't be talking to you now. Webcams. Whoever invented the ability to record things is a brilliant guy or girl, and they made the best invention, one of the best inventions in the world. The ability to project your thoughts across the entire planet and then have people talk bullshit about them forever. Microwaves are a good invention, and I don't mean that. At least I never thought that was a Mexican wave. No. Comedy is a good invention. I wonder who invented comedy. Who was the very first funny person? I'd have to go Charlie Chaplin. The bow is a good invention. Yeah. Obviously, we know who invented the bow. It was Indians. We don't know which Indians specifically. We know a lot of them used it, but we don't know which one of them invented it. Of course, the axe was invented by cavemen. Unless you're Christian, and then cavemen didn't exist. So who created the axe? Bronze is a good invention. Mixing of copper and tin. Online gaming is a brilliant invention. One of the best inventions in the world is online gaming. And last but not least, got a really stupid invention for you. Fucking job centres.